Lycoming Mall could be auctioned to the highest bidder in a sheriff's sale next month.
According to the Lycoming County Water and Sewer Authority, the mall owes thousands in unpaid water and sewer bills. That's why the authority initiated the process to bring about the sheriff's sale against the mall earlier this month. Newswatch 16's Christina Papa is live outside the mall tonight. Christina.
Scott and Charla, as of today, the owner of the mall here near Muncie has paid a portion of that outstanding bill. And as long as he continues to pay back what is owed to the Water Authority, employees over there tell us they'll be happy to cancel the sale that's scheduled for next month.
This has been going on for almost a whole year, back and forth. Again, we recognize it's challenging for malls to be economically viable right now.
In the past, she's helped set up a payment plan with the owner of the Lycoming Mall, but the executive director of Lycoming County Water Sewer Authority, Christine Weigel, says the Lycoming Mall still owes thousands of dollars in unpaid bills.
We have a vested interest in the revenue stream, and we need to make sure that we secure that. Again, the last course of action would be a sheriff's sale.
This month, the Water and Sewer Authority took out a sheriff's sale against the Lycoming Mall, where the mall could be sold to the highest bidder.
Hi everyone, Anthony here with Ace's Adventures, and welcome back to another episode. This time we are back once again in the Beltway of Pennsylvania at the Lycoming Mall. I have been to this mall 2 or 3 times, but the first 2 times that I was at this property, it was struggling, but wasn't really dead per se. As I have mentioned before, a lot of these small rural malls, they survive because they're really the only shopping options in town. Now, this area is in the general vicinity of Williamsport, Pennsylvania, which is famous for the Little League World Series. And as you can see now, things at this property have declined very rapidly as we're going down this hallway where Sears used to be. And as we'll get into in a minute, this property as of 2016 is owned by another Moonbeam-esque type owner in Kohan Realty. They are operating under the name of Lycoming Mall Incorporated or something along those lines. So I'm going to give you just some brief information about this property and let you know how I felt as I was going through this place. I love this mall. Very, very vintage. Lots of vintage aesthetics, including this amazing old school plastic Arby's sign and old school store frontage. The inside has been updated a little bit, but it still has that old school Arby's feel to it. The inside of that Arby's actually looks identical to the one that was at the now demolished Schuylkill Mall. So you gotta love too those the planters and just the brick and the color and those awesome skylights and LED lights and whatnot. They really add a lot to the 70s ambiance of this property. So some history about this mall. So the plans for this mall actually started in 1975. This is a 674,000 square foot property, and the original anchors were GB, Hess's, and Sears. And plans included a $4.7 million expansion in 1985 that added 115,000 square feet, and then a Bonton to the mall. JCPenney actually moved from downtown Williamsport to the mall in the late 1980s, and during this general time frame, there was an attempt to build a second mall in the downtown area, but that ended up not going through. So this mall was put up for sale in 2015, and as I briefly had mentioned, good old Kohan Retail Investment Group bought it for $26.35 million on March 22nd, 2016. And as I had mentioned earlier, the name they own it under is Lycoming Mall Realty Holding. Macy's closed in March 2017, and they actually owned their own anchor store. And JCPenney closed on July 31st, 2017, and Sears closed in January 2018. So since I was here the first time, this mall lost 3 anchors, which is devastating to a smaller mall like this. You know, I think we're coming to learn that although we have talked about this over and over and over and over again, I think that I am starting to realize that there is one prevailing factor in all these malls closing, and that is the downfall of the department store. So many of these malls lose their anchors and just cannot cope with the loss of those anchors. And as we scroll through the mall here, you know, it's just really sad because some malls are going to go on, some malls can thrive, and this obviously remains to be seen what will happen with this property. And as you saw in the opening news clip, they had a back water and sewer bill. I don't know if that was ever taken care of or not. So these amazing planters, as we're seeing again, such a visual treat to see. I really enjoy going to these places and just getting different feels. As per usual, make sure you are following me on Instagram and Twitter at AcesAdventures1. Please consider becoming a Patreon donor at patreon.com/AcesAdventures, and we'll be back soon with more content right here at Aces Adventures. Hey there, Mr. Security Officer. I'm Anthony from Aces Adventures, and I'm taking some pictures. What do you think about that? Nothing to say, huh? You seem a little stiff.